Fellas, you ever hear women say, I am single by choice? It doesn't make any sense. Trust me, I know. By the end of this video, you'll know the truth behind women who say they're staying single by choice. So, the man she desires doesn't want her. She can't find men who earn enough for the lifestyle she wants while still having to work and pay significant bills. This woman is average at best, and the men she thinks she can get when she steps out with her BBL, lip injections, breast implants, excessively long lashes, Japanese cherry blossom body spray, everyday waist trainer, lace front, double chin, and French manicure only care to increase her body count. Be cautious of women who are self-improving. They will continue to bust it open. Once she's qualified for you, she'll have her preferred sex position, flowers, restaurants, deal breakers, and at least 10,000 followers. So, translation. I'm slutting till Mr. Right comes. See you on the next one.
People be like, why are you single? It's by choice, but not my choice.
If I look materialistic, why would you ever approach me with no materials? That is insane. That is crazy. Get out of my face.
Did he just generalize and put every single by choice woman in a box? Is he implying that every single by choice woman is into hookup? Why is it so hard for some men to admit that some women don't want to be with men? Some women naturally don't want to be with men. They are not lesbians. They just want their peace. They don't want to be entangled. They just want to live their lives by themselves.
Men can't believe that women are single by choice because men aren't single by choice. They may be finding women to go on dates with, but nothing's sticking. And so they're lashing out at women saying things like, have fun being single or enjoy your cats. Sir, that's the whole point, is that I am having fun being single and I love my cats. And I also love my peace of mind, not having to be accountable to somebody who isn't really that interested. He's not interested in me and my life and things that I want and need out of life. He's interested in his own feelings of being alone and being single. And why can't women just do what he needs them to do? As men age alone, it is not good. Ask any hospice nurse or nursing home nurse or even hospital nurses. No one's visiting. And the men are not okay. But I'm finding that as I age, I am getting happier and happier with myself and my girlfriends and my family. And the idea of having to accommodate a man's insecurities or even securities is just less and less appealing. Us ladies are getting together. We're growing our friendships. We're doing things. And we're finding that we're happier than we've ever been. And men can absolutely not understand that.
Some people are like that. But a lot of men out there are finding it hard to come to terms with that. So because a woman says she's single by choice, you're saying it does not make sense to you. It's okay because not everything is going to make sense to you, but you putting them in a box and saying they're prostitute, they're hoes, they're into hookup is wrong. God that created us gave us options, and when you have options comes with choice. You can decide to choose option A, option B, and if people have chosen to be single by choice and you're not getting it, obviously the problem is yours and not theirs. For you men out there, what does androphobia mean? Androphobia means the fear of men, women being afraid of men. The fear of men or androphobia can stem from various sources, both individual and societal. Here are some reasons why some women may experience androphobia. Past trauma. Traumatic experiences such as physical or emotional abuse, assault, or harassment by men can lead to androphobia. These experiences can create a deep-seated fear or distrust of men in general. Secondly, cultural or societal conditioning. Societal messages, cultural norms, and gender stereotypes can contribute to androphobia. If women grow up in environments where they are taught to fear or be weary of men, it can influence their perceptions and behaviors. Media portrayals. Negative portrayals of men in the media, including depiction of violence or aggression, can reinforce androphobic attitudes. Constant exposure to such representations may contribute to a generalized fear of men. Personal beliefs and experiences. Personal beliefs and experiences such as witnessing or experiencing gender-based discrimination or witnessing violence against women can contribute to androphobia. Anxiety disorders. Androphobia can also be a symptom of anxiety disorders such as social anxiety disorder or specific phobias. In such cases, the fear of men may be irrational or disproportionate, to any actual threat posed by men.
Like, good women are not left on the marketplace.
No. So why are you single at 37?
Because it's a choice, and I'm a man. I'm not a woman. See, you're trying to conflate female values with male values. Not the same.
I'm just asking a question.
And I'm answering.
I will say this, not that I'm coming to John's defense, but he has a great point here. I recommend, feel free to trash this argument. I don't care. I think most men should not even consider getting married until they're age 30.
Real shit.
Even consider it. Okay? Most women need to full-on consider marriage by the time they're 30. It's a different mark. I tell this story every time. I want you to be married with kids by the time you're 40 as a woman.
Sure.
There's different. All my best friends are 38, 41, 42, 45, millionaires crushing it, bosses. And I'm like, I'm the guy that's like, guys, we're fucking 40-something years old. When are we settling down? When are we doing this? And they're like, stop getting soft on me, Adam. Keep going. I'm like, dude, I'm not going to be that 50-year-old dude in the club. That ain't going to be me.
You want to know why most good men remain single, myself included? It's because all of us have had times in our life where we're doing perfectly fine on our own. We're financially set. We're living life on our own. We don't need anybody. But they happen to come into our life, make us feel like maybe this is the one time that she's going to make me feel special. Say things like, you're a catch, you're my dream man, you're so this, you're so that, I can't believe I found you, I can't believe I'm so lucky to have you in my life. Only to do what? To push him out of your life and act like strangers. The same thing you were before you met. So why even bother me? Why even bother that man? Why? Good men, like myself, it's not that we can't get a woman, it's because every time we try, we're shown exactly why we're better off alone. And instead, these women want to go after the guy that doesn't want them. And then they complain about why they're hurting and why he hurts them. A guy either wants you or he doesn't. There's no middle ground.
Single by choice. I will tell anybody, do not come in here and disrupt my peace. If you're not going to protect my peace and preserve my peace, I'm not interested. I am open to the idea, but it just has to be right.
Sociologist Chris Marsh is the author of the new book, The Love Jones Cohort, Single and Living Alone in the Black Middle Class.
It's funny you say that because I never forget, I think it was my senior year of high school, and my father encouraged me to stay loyal to my career because it'll be more loyal to you than any man. But my mom was on the other side and said, but a career can't keep you warm at night.
Like, yes, a career cannot keep you warm at night, but you got a whole bunch of like heated blankets and stuff that you...
So it's very okay for men to be single by choice, but it's not okay for women to be single by choice. So hypocritical. So is he implying that it's okay for men to choose to build their careers and finances in their 30s and 40s, but women are not allowed to do that? I'm a bit confused. Who made them rules? Who said men can do this, women cannot do this? I know the society did, but we've gone past that. We are challenging that because it's not supposed to be. It's very much unfair on women. So why would a grown-up man go on a podcast and spew such hypocritical things? I don't know if he wasn't thinking, because he said he's 37, so it's okay because he's 37. It's okay for him to be single by choice, but it's not okay for a woman to be single by choice because the woman is a woman and he is a man. Why are they saying all women must marry and have kids? Even God that created us gave us options. Like I said before, if God that is the ultimate gives options, then who is the society? Why is the society so hell-bent on breaking women and bringing pain and tears to them? It's a different thing if all men out there are good, and when you get with one man, your life is going to be blissful. But that's not the case. Women are going through it. No jokes. Women are going through it. When you hear relationship stories, it's all heartbreaks and tears and horrible stories. And these women have decided to be single by choice, and men cannot understand it. It's crazy, isn't it? So from the conversation, it's obvious how men view women and how men view themselves. To a lot of men, they are here to dominate. Women are the slaves. They are the superior ones, while the women are the inferior ones. So if someone is inferior and a slave, the person has no right to making decision. The person has no right to having a choice, no options. All the person needs to do is take instructions and follow commands. So to a lot of men, when did the table turn? When did women start making decisions? We are supposed to be their primary decision maker. because how can a woman decide to be single? How can a woman decide not to get married? It's unheard of to a lot of men. It's not supposed to be. That's why you see them coming online to show their frustration and anger. When did the table turn? When did women start having a voice? No, it's not supposed to be according to men. They're online trying to break women, saying mean things to women because they cannot understand why a woman has a voice, why a woman can decide on who she wants to be with or not, why a woman can decide to be single, why a woman is not independent and a woman is not being choosy when it comes to settling down, when it comes to life partner. Men cannot take it. Gone are the days where men would throw things at women and they take it. We are in 2024. The world has moved so fast. If you're not catching up with what's going on, it's not our fault. Women are moving. Honestly, you can't sit back and still have the old mentality that your forefathers did, probably your fathers did have, about women, so suppressing women, oppressing women, and you think it's still the same thing in the current day and age. No, we've moved past that. We are in a different era. Honestly, stop coming online to break women.
Let me just respond to this on behalf of all the 40-plus-year-old single women who are single by choice, not because they can't find a man. We are not leftovers. We have made a beautiful life for ourselves. A lot of us are very independent, successful, able to completely financially sustain not only ourselves, but our beautiful families. The pool of men who are secure enough in their own identity that they are not threatened by women like that is about this big. So when we are single, it's because we have been dealing with men who are so insecure that they are threatened and they try to knock us down to make themselves feel better. And we don't have time for that. We have such a beautiful life full of incredible things that we have worked our ass off to enjoy.
In other words, you're a functioning adult in society. Congratulations. She's saying that there's such a small amount of men that are actually into her, and the way she frames it to cope with it is that, oh, the men who aren't into her are insecure and threatened. So therefore, she isn't really single by choice, is she? She's single because there's such a small amount of men who are into her, and she thinks it's because they're threatened or intimidated, what have you.
I'm single by choice is the biggest lie, because nobody is single by choice. People who say that act like they're turning down 10 out of 10s every 5 minutes. That is not the case. You probably just believe that the options you have / people you attract aren't good enough for you. You just don't attract the people that you want to attract. You are not single by choice. You probably aren't your type's type, and that's why it's important to know your lane. Knowing your lane is critical. My lane, tall black women. That's where I'm wanted. Why would I leave? Because too many people are interested in people who express no interest in their archetype of a person. That's like me being confused why alternative Asian women aren't into me. I'm the opposite of what they like. Basically, choose people that choose you, and choose people that you can actually be around. Because some of you want an old money guy, but you don't even have access or would even feel comfortable in the spaces they are in. But yeah, no one's single by choice, because if I put your ideal person in front of you right now and they only wanted you, you're telling me you're gonna look at them in the eye and say, I want to be single. Please. Hey yo, are you shipwrecked? No, not me. I chose to be here. I chose to be here alone on this island.
Most women that say they want a good man, if you bring her one right now, she probably gonna fuck it up.
Do you think that women are single by choice?
Them saying they're single by choice is because they've been unsuccessful in finding one. We say that we want to be single because we can't find that one, because we're incapable in this season of managing ourselves in that. If you told a woman right now, I have the man, the one you want. If God himself said right now, if you want this, I have the guy that you want. Everything laid out, everything you want. Cause you know, all women say they got their different preferences. I got your preference right here, ready for a relationship. She's not going to say, no, thank you. They're going to stay single. They want a man. That verbiage of wanting a man on our level, that is our ignorant way of saying that I don't know how to balance this new embodied power I have as a successful woman with being a woman in the presence of a man.
I strongly believe that some people can be truly single by choice. What are you going to say about priesthood, sisterhood, reverend sisters, reverend fathers. Those people decided to be single by choice. They knew that being in that organization requires them to be single, and a lot of them are single by choice. I'm not talking about those people doing things behind. I'm talking about the real ones that are single by choice. So if someone can make such a decision to be single by choice, so why can't someone else make a decision to be single by choice without being a reverend sister? So I believe there are people out there that have said to themselves, they vow to themselves, they don't want to have anything to do with a man. I'm not talking about lesbians, I'm not talking about gays, I'm talking about straight women that are single by choice, that don't want to have anything to do with men, and they've decided to live their life by themselves, not have kids. Just the same way you have women that are childless by choice. And I know a lot of men are still struggling to understand that. Oh, we've had people say, oh, it's not possible for you to be childless by choice. It's either you're childless because you don't have the ability to give birth and all that. The same way you're saying, oh, people are single by choice because, oh, they're not meeting the kind of man they want. Some people are single because they're not meeting the kind of man they want, and they also have people that are single by choice. Do you get? So I don't get why it's hard for men to accept that not every woman on planet Earth is attracted to a man. Not every woman on planet Earth wants to have something to do with a man. Some people just want peace. Do you know what it is to be in a relationship with someone else? It takes a whole lot. You have to make a lot of sacrifices and make a lot of compromises to be in a relationship with someone else. Not everyone has that strength, that mental capacity. Some people just want constant peace, peace of mind. Some people just want to think for themselves alone and their family alone. Just peace of mind. Being in a relationship is a lot of work. You can't just think for yourself alone, or you'll be thinking, what is it thinking? Okay, what does he want? Am I doing the right thing? What does he think about this? But when you're by yourself, peace of mind, all them struggles and hurdles and pondering and wondering what someone else thinks about what you're doing, is someone else okay with this? Or you want to make a decision, you have to bring someone else into it, you have to ask for permission, or what do you think? Some people are not ready to go through them hurdles. They just want to do things themselves. So some people are genuinely single by choice. Men, get it. Everyone is not like you. Get it, and let's have peace.
All right, y'all. So I just broke up with my ex of 5 years, and I literally have no complaints about her. Like, she was perfect, right? I used to didn't have a car. Now I have a car. But when I didn't have a car, she used to let me ride around in her car all day while she was at work, and I still didn't have a job. And and it doesn't get any better than that. She used to pay for all the meals. She paid for the bills, all that, until I got my stuff together. But it was just something about her. It was just something about her I just couldn't comprehend. Like, I can't really explain it to y'all, but she was so perfect. But you know how somebody can be good to you, but they're just not that good person to you? You know, like, they're that perfect person. But it's just, to me, it's more than just being a perfect person. But they just wasn't that perfect person for me, if you get what I'm saying. Like, it just doesn't make sense. And I know it doesn't make sense, but I'm going to try to make it make sense. But she was so perfect in every aspect. She looked good, made good money. Like, I made $30,000 that year, but she made $120,000. And she still humbled herself down to come mess with me. She buys me meals. Even to this day, I go home, she'll text me, ask me how my day's going, and then she'll DoorDash me some food while I'm just at the crib not doing anything. And it's just I really can't. I have to make room for who I truly love. Even though she was all good and dandy and perfect, I have to make room for my wife. Someone who I truly love, even though she might not be as good as this person over here. Me and her goals just didn't align. So I'm just gonna let her go, and I'm gonna let the bird fly. You know, I'm gonna let that go, even though she was good to me. I just have to let her go. She'll be good to somebody else. I had to really let her fly away. Honestly, she was a blessing to my life, though. So perfect, good girl. Let me drive her car for real every day. But she literally took care of me. She literally upped my standards. She upped my standards. So now y'all know my standards were already high. She literally upped my standards. So now y'all know what's going on. On to the next. I'm about to find my wife, y'all. For real.
She's single but still turning guys down. You know why? Because what she wants is rare. Of course she craves intimacy, but she refuses to let temporary people touch her mind, body, and soul. She doesn't like meaningless relations. pointless shallow conversations, or wasted time that she can't get back. As tomorrow is never promised and she takes her time serious. Sure, it gets lonely, but until she meets the one God is saving for her, she'll continue this journey by herself. And that's okay, because in the end it eliminates any false hope, expectations, and disappointment.
Women typically want and need the emotional security from men. They also need that bond of equals, knowing that we will share responsibilities and you're not superior to me. You're not treating me like I'm inferior to you. Women typically want men who can appreciate her delicacy and not mishandling her, to understand that she's still a woman. Seeing her, giving her that compassion, that trustworthiness. A lot of women are looking for that, just to add on.
So I don't usually like replying to anybody's hate comments because I'm genuinely a nice person. But TikTok Ho over here kind of pissed me off. At your age, you'll never be anyone's first choice. Might as well stay single. Like, why say that? Why go onto somebody's account and say that? Especially on a post where I was talking about something rude a narcissistic ex-boyfriend said to me. So I was already feeling shitty about that, and then you come on and say that? Like, do you feel better? I mean, I hope so, because I don't. I don't know what else to say. That's just so rude and unkind, and I hope whatever you're going through that makes you say something like that to people, that it gets better. And us Gen X women are amazing, so.
Listen, some of y'all ladies gonna have to settle. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but listen, everybody can't have a perfect man out here. It ain't even enough of us around, like, let's be honest. So at the end of the day, we can go ahead and put that 50-50 conversation to rest, because every woman ain't gonna get 80, 20, 100, 0, whatever y'all thinking is gonna be 60, 40. Some of y'all gonna have to go 50-50, and shit, y'all might gotta go 60-40 on your end with the man.
Y'all, we've reached a point where they're now begging women to settle for them, begging women to accept their 50-50 and their low effort. Because when I saw this video, right away, it told me that he tried to offer a woman or women his scraps and they rejected his offer. Because why else would he get on here unprovoked and tell women that they need to settle for 50-50 or even crazier 60-40 in order to have a man? They think there's such a prize to the point where you should just take anyone that you can get just to say that you have one. They don't even realize they're more trouble than they're worth. And on top of that, they want you to pay them 50 to 60% of whatever amount just to make your life more difficult. And all they do is project their fears on women. He's sitting here trying to convince women that they should accept something that they don't want because they're desperate and they think it's better to accept a woman that they didn't really want rather than have no woman at all. He believes that you'll be miserable if you don't settle because they're the ones who wind up being miserable. And the more that women are choosing to be single, if they're not going to get what they want, the more men that are forced to be single. And they hate being single. Being single negatively impacts their lives, while you, on the other hand, you don't miss out on anything, because as quiet as it's kept, they're the ones who directly benefit from being in a relationship with you, not the other way around. So instead of getting online trying to convince women to settle, y'all need to get a second job, if you even have a first one. Y'all need to start booking that therapy session, because those days are over. Sorry.
The Bible says the heart of man is evil and desperately wicked. Who can know it? Only God. You heard what that guy said. Men are giving women reasons every single day for them to decide not to be in a relationship. How can someone that was so nice to you get such a treatment from you? And you have the audacity to come online to explain yourself to people online. It makes no sense. You knew she wasn't the one, then why were you there taking the benefits? It's hard to tell if someone really genuinely cares about you. It's hard to tell if a man really loves you, because talk they say is cheap. Like I said, men are giving women reasons every single day to stay away from relationship, and same men cannot understand why some women have decided to be single by choice. Like, it's not rocket science. It's not hard to understand. The world is wicked. Men are evil. Not all men, but a lot of men are wicked. A lot of men see dating as a game. They see women to be their enemies. They're out to get women. A lot of men, especially those red pill men, those alpha people, those people that believe in alpha and all them talk, they're out to get women. So they will intentionally hurt you. Some men get into a relationship just for them to break up with you and watch you cry and hurt. Yes. Some men get married to you just for them to divorce you and leave you shattered. Yes. Some men get you pregnant just to hinder you from reaching your goals. Yes. People can be that intentional. People can be so intentional. People can sit down, pull up their books, map out their strategies, and they go out to execute it. It's like they have this war. They have to conquer women. Especially with this whole feminism stuff, a lot of men are angry and bitter. So they are out to tear women down. So every time you hear a woman say she does not want to get into a relationship and she says it's by choice, daft men, try and understand. Not all men is in this boat of being daft. A lot of men are daft because they have refused to accept it. They are daft because the society has fed them with a lot of negativity about women, and to them their ego has taken over and they feel like they are in charge. It's like a slave trade kind of a thing. Women are the slaves. They are supposed to dominate, control, tell her what to do, make decisions for her, and she has no right to speak up and make any decision for herself. So when you see women rise up, become independent, start making decisions for themselves and making their own choices, they become angry towards those women, and it's hard for them to comprehend because we are in 2024. It's a new era. The world is evolving. Ancestral days are gone. So guys, this is all I have for you guys in this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and I will see you guys in the next one. Do you believe people can be really genuinely single by choice? Are women not allowed to also be single by choice? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching, and bye.